Hey folks, welcome to your first math lesson for 7th grade math. Today we're going to talk about integers. Now, first off, what's an integer? We're down here in this little box here in the middle. What's an integer? An integer are all whole numbers, positive and negative. That includes the number 0. Some examples, you see them down here, negative 2, 4, 10, 12, negative 12, 0. Now let's talk about absolute values. Absolute values happen when you see a number with 2 bars on the sides. What that's asking you is this. The absolute value is the distance that an integer is from 0 on a number line. That is its absolute value. If I have 4 and negative 4, I'm going to write them over here. Notice I'm putting the bars on them. That's absolute values. Well, what are the absolute values? What's their distance from 0? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is 4 spots from 0. What about that negative 4? It's got a negative. It's got to be different, right? Well, let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Both of them are 4 spaces away from 0. Both of them have the same absolute value. Let's look up in the boxes. I have a negative 12 with 2 bars on it. What's the absolute value of negative 12? How many spaces is it from 0? Negative 12 is 12 spaces to the left or to the negative side of 0. The absolute value is 12. What's the absolute value from 10? 10. Negative 3? That's right, it's 3. And then 57 is 57. So let's look at some real world scenarios. Let's pull some information from real world. Susan withdrew $5 from a bank account. What's happening here? Susan is withdrawing. She's taking away. That is subtraction or a negative. Negative 5 minus 5 or negative 5. That's taking out 5. Look at your keywords. Niagara Falls erodes at a rate of 1 foot per year. Well, what's your integer? Your integer is 1, right? But what's happening? What's happening in that sentence? It is eroding. What happens when you erode? You're taking away the dirt, right? You're taking away the land. That means a minus. So it is negative 1 foot per year. A bird in a tree is 7 foot above the ground. Well, if I'm looking down here, my little measuring stick here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I go up. He's going above. So let's say 0 is ground level. I go up. That means that number is positive. It's a positive 7. Jason's football team lost 6 yards from the starting position. They lost it, right? What happens? That means they went backwards. So that means it's what? It is you're taking away those yards. You lost 6. That is a negative 6. All right. So let's look at integers and their opposites. Every integer has an opposite. Every integer has an opposite. Opposite. See if I can spell it right. I'm a math teacher, not an English teacher. I might not spell correctly sometimes, so you just got to take care of me there. Integer opposites are numbers that have what? Integer opposites are numbers that have the same absolute value. Same absolute value. Like, remember previously, negative 4 and 4? Both of those numbers' absolute values are the same. They are both 4. Another example, negative 2 and 2. Both have the same absolute value of 2, right? If I put little bars on there. They are what? They are opposites. Okay, so what happens when you add an integer and its opposite? 5 plus negative 5. What's that give you? What does 5 plus negative 5 give you? It'd be 0. Integer opposites are called additive inverses. Additive inverses. Because when they're added together, they equal 0. If you want to look at it on a number line, let's look at our 5 plus negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if I'm at 5 and I add negative 5, that means I'm going to go backwards on this number line. I'm adding negativity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I end up at 0. The same works as this way. I'm going to write it down here, okay? A little bit longer. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say negative 5 plus 5. Well, if I'm adding 5 positives to it, if I'm down here at negative 5 and I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I'm adding, let's say negative 5 plus 5, I'm doing 5 hops, where do I end up at? I end up at 0, right? Real world additive inverses. Susan withdrew $5 from her bank account. Withdrew. What does withdrew from the bank account mean? What's the additive inverse? Susan withdrew $5 from the bank account. It is negative 5, right? That means she withdrew, so it's negative 5. What's the additive inverse of negative 5? It'd be 5, right? Niagara Falls erodes at a rate of 1 foot per year. Well, erode, remember previously, was to take away, so that's a negative 1. What is its additive inverse? What does something added to negative 1 that equals 0? It'd be 1. A bird is in a tree 7 foot above the ground. It's above the ground. So it is a what? It's a positive 7. Well, what's the additive inverse to positive 7? What would make positive 7 0? It'd be negative 7, right? Jason's football team lost 6 yards. If you lose 6, that means it's a minus 6. What's the additive inverse of minus 6? Is 6. Yeah, good job. All right, so there's our introduction. I hope this helps. If you have questions, please reach out to us via email, and we will help you guys out, okay? Thank you.